Hey, what's going on YouTube? So finally decided to make a video on my supermoto. So this is a 2009 KTM 530 EXCR. I've had it for probably about a year now, maybe a little more. When I got it, it was pretty much basic. It had the dirt tires, pretty much completely stock except for the exhaust. Still has the same FMF exhaust, but yeah, over time I've slowly been working on this thing, trying to get it perfected the way I want it to be. So I decided to finally go ahead and make the video of it. It's still not done. I'm probably going to keep making some update videos of the next couple things I'm doing to it. But not long after I got it, the motor actually blew up on me. The connecting rod bearing seized up. I think what it was is the previous owner ran it dry on oil, and it just took a beating. And I was riding it for maybe 2 months after I got it and decided to go ahead and get the Warp 9 wheels. And literally the day after I mounted the wheels up is when the engine blew up on me. Just my luck. So yeah, that really bummed me out. I didn't know what I was going to do with the bike. I honestly just wanted to get rid of it, but I did a bunch of research and figured out it's really not that hard to rebuild these motors. And I never did it before. I mean, I'm pretty mechanically inclined, I guess you could say. I do all the work on my bikes, you know, all the maintenance, but like I said, never rebuilt a motor. And I was really surprised it was very easy to rebuild. And this motor in particular, they have two separate oil sumps. And while I had the case apart, I did the oil mod combining both sumps. So now it holds more oil. I don't know if it technically holds more, but you've got more, basically you got more room for the oil to go, and it cools it off a little better, I think. Only problem is you can't really use the sight glass anymore to judge your oil level. You have to use the gear oil bolt, which isn't a big deal. But this thing is pretty damn bulletproof. I've put probably about at least 1,200 miles or more on it since I've rebuilt it. Not a single issue. I've been doing my valve adjustments. Basically, I sent it off to Crankworks, which is a great company. They only took about 2 weeks, you know, there and back. They put in the Pro X connecting rod for me with the new bearing, sent it back. Also sent the cylinder off to Millennium Technologies. They did the Nicosil plating on it and rehoned it, all that. And I put the Vertex piston. And I went ahead and, you know, cleaned my valves and all that. Still has the same valves, but cleaned them, redid the valve seals. And yeah, all new bearings for the transmission, everything. So fully rebuilt. This thing's a beast. It runs so good now. But yeah, I'm definitely keeping it. I love this thing, you guys. It's been a great bike, especially as a supermoto. But yeah, tell me what y'all think about it. That's my new graphics kit. Just put that on there. I'm actually about to order some of the fork shrinks to turn these black. It's gonna look pretty good. I'm trying to find the swing arm plastic covers to turn those black. And as you can see, I just recently did the handbrake. That's the kit you get off of 50 Stunt. Pretty good setup. The only thing is the brake line they send you is junk. It comes with the detachable fittings here. You have to screw them together, and they leak, of course. So that's a HEL brake line. But they do send you a really nice master cylinder. You get the Magura HC1. Really love this thing. The problem I ran into was trying to figure out the best way to mount all this, because the factory clutch is so awkward. Like, just look at how freaking wide that thing is. It's really awkward trying to get this position properly, but the way it is now, it's pretty decent. I had to trim my clutch lever pretty far but it is a one finger. I need to oil that up a little bit actually, but yeah, you can operate both at the same time the way it's set up here. But I think my plan for this is probably to get new bars and hopefully get some that are a little bit longer, so I've got just a little more room, because the way it is now, my hand, even with the glove, it's like really tight. But so far I love it. It's been a great setup. And then I've got the Apico switches here, which are awesome. You got everything right there. That's about it. You know, other than looks, I mean, like I said, I'm doing a couple more things to it. I can't wait to get those fork shrinks. That's really going to change the look. But yeah, I will try to make a video of me riding this thing here soon. Need to get my GoPro charged up. But yeah, I guess I'll start it up for y'all real quick. I rode it here, so it is warm, but probably don't want to go too crazy because where I'm at, it's kind of like a storage unit area. So, and oh yeah, you can kind of see my little hose poking through. Yeah, y'all can see this little rag I got on here. This was just kind of experiment, I guess, because what happened is my crank vent tube started spitting oil out. I thought it was coming from the crank, but it was actually coming from the valve cover because they're teed in together. What it was doing is creating it was creating pressure on one of these lines and pulling the oil out. Pretty much what I did is kind of separated the two. I put the other one in the air box with a filter on it, and this one I've just got a rag over it for now. But yeah, that's what that is. I'm just going to tuck it in there. Now that I know it doesn't leak, I'm probably going to figure out a better spot to put that. But yep, let me know what y'all think about the supermoto, you guys. See y'all later.